To on this first drive, instead second down.
Out at your house?
Nope.
Oh, he about to watch.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, press me real quick. Press me real quick.
No, nigga, I'm not pressing you.
Press me.
No. No.
No, press me.
I'm not pressing you, nigga. No.
Please.
Throwing again is Watson. Going deep here for Stills.
No. Oh, my.
Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans are able to show up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's got Smith here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
Yes, sir.
7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He pushes everything.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Yes, sir.
Just let off the mic.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it out to mid.
what overall did Jerry Rice get? Rocky. No, you said Rocky.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans.
They're crazy that I played my whole team.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23. Line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Kill. Big grip.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Tannehill flushed out right. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ready, 60 or. Let's get it together, defense.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. 30 base.
It's a gain of 3.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. J.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself.
This nigga is right.
Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard
This nigga, man.
Our first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here to 32. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Off play action, Tannehill. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
And Walker has it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, set.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Hey, exit.
Tannehill throwing again. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Check the hot read. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On second down, here's Miller. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Tannehill now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He completes it to Henry. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Tannehill. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Again, it's Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Set, 19, 54. Bring it, bring it. Say. 54. Check. 54 is down, he's coming.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. At 31. Shoot.
Now Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Off the toss, Lewis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Lewis. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown there to make the grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Texans 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set, ready? 15-1. 15-1. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready?
On first down, it's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Recon, 132 fighter. He's heavy on the edges. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's got Lewis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall.
Damn.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was on. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set 60 or. Set 41.
On 1st down, it's Lewis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Tannehill now to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do. 4th down.
Ready?
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill.
This game gotta come on,
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whitney merciless. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Stay at home. Stay
Stay at home. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And this defense has... They return it to the house for 6.
Look at him. Now he's finna quit.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Yo, he keep pausing the game. Garbage.
Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll run on first down. Henry. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking is, well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Tannehill on third down. Buying time to his left. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly